Hello viewers, welcome to my first official motovlog or video blog where I record my motorcycle adventure and journey. Alright, previously I had some video vlog for my travel to China, also some Insta360 videos where I recorded the 2B test route for CDC. But this is my first official motovlog where I do a review of my new bike, the Honda NC750X, right? Okay, I booked this bike around 17th of May and I just got it on 1st of August, which is around a week ago. Okay, so still getting a hang of this. This is the new NC750X 2025 version DCT. Alright, so just let you take a look at the exterior. Okay, what's new with this 2025 version as compared to the other NC750 version is the dual disc brake in the front, and also a TFT screen which is around 5-inch. Okay, and also improved DCT performance, which I will share when we take this out for a ride, right? Okay, some may ask why the NC750X. Okay, previously I was riding the CB400X, which is around 399cc, and this is 749cc, a class 2 bike, right? It's definitely bigger. But one comment that my wife made when she first saw this bike is that she said that this bike is actually looks more sleek. All right, okay, the reason is because the fuel tank is actually not in the front but at the back, right? So maybe I just open up for you to see. Okay, in order to open a fuel tank for this NC750, you have to use this key here and turn to the left side. Okay, and then the fuel tank is actually towards the back, right? There's the fuel tank. Okay, then in order to close this, I just need to lift it to the back and then just close it and press down, right? Okay, then to access, we call this the frunk, right? The front trunk. Okay, turn it to the right. Okay, this padding that doesn't come with it. I got it from AliExpress recently, so quite a nice fit, right? So yeah, this is actually a very nice bike. Okay, the color is known as Ivy Green, which is, I think, very unique. I think I really love this color, and overall the performance is very good so far. For gotten it for more than a week now and right around 300 kilometers, right? And one word is that I really love this bike. It's automatic. So in comparison, right, to my previous bike, which is the CB400X, right, which is fully manual, this is an automatic bike. So as it's automatic bike, it doesn't come with a clutch lever, right? It comes with a handbrake, okay, and then it comes with this control here where it shows D, N, and D, M, and N, right? D is drive, okay, and then M is manual and N is neutral, right? Okay, so we're using this to control, right? For we have the front brake here and then the foot brake here, right? This is different from this scooter in terms of the foot brake. I heard that it's from in the front here, right? Down here is totally empty. So okay, this is a DCT, the dual clutch transmission, which is technically an automatic bike, right? And So I don't have to shift the gear, it shifts up by itself, very much like an automatic car, right? Which I will talk more about it later. Okay, let's take a look at the details of this bike. The exhaust. Got the plate. Alright, before I go, alright, some may question about the front, right, of the front trunk. Alright, can it fit the helmet? Alright, but the truth is, it's not really that big, right? I'm using a Nolan L size N120 this flip over helmet. Okay, can hardly fit inside. Okay, maybe I'll try this orientation. No, doesn't match. Right? I don't know. I think it's more to put like maybe your raincoat, your rain jacket, you know. Well, not really a lot, but then good, right? Good enough for other purposes, right? There's a small tool bag here actually, right? So yeah, there's maybe I can put my raincoat inside, or sometimes actually I usually throw in my wallet here, right? When I ride, okay? Yeah, okay. Come, let me show you more about the DCT, right? Okay viewers, alright, I'm going to show you how DCT works, right? Okay, because I searched YouTube, they really never tells us much about the real operation. Alright, so let me just give you a really step by step or a more detailed breakdown about DCT, alright? Okay, first thing first, once we on, alright, let's on the bike first. Okay, you can hear it's very loud. Okay, in order to start this bike, right, you have to kick up the side stand, right? If not, it won't work. Here's number one. Okay, and okay, I'm waiting for the engine to warm up a little. Okay. Right, in comparison with this car, right, auto car, I drive a Honda HR-V, which is an automatic car. It uses CVT, the continuous variable transmission. So in order to engage the drive auto gear, right, we need to step on the foot brakes, and then I can go into the drive and auto, right? But for this DCT, the dual clutch transmission, alright, now you can see that it is in neutral mode, right? Okay, now I'm going to switch to the drive, right, the automatic. Okay, when I first switch, you realize that I did jerk for a little bit, okay, but it doesn't move after that. But for cars, right, once you engage into drive gear and you let go of the foot brake, it starts moving, okay? This is the key difference between a car, automatic car and an automatic bike, right? I mean for bike, not scooter. I don't know about scooter, right? So when I engage to the drive mode, you know, the automatic mode, okay, you can see that sudden push forward, but after that it stops, right? So let me just show you again. Now I go back to neutral. The neutral is free to move. You see, I can move. Alright. Even now with drive, right? Okay, you can see. Okay, you can hear the sound. Okay, it'll push. It'll just jerk a little bit, right? And I still can use my foot to go forward. Right? That's why it has this handbrake. Okay. So as long as I don't throttle, the bike will not move. Okay, so now I think the bike has started. Okay, I'm just going to go around the car park to show you how DCT works, right? So safety check. Okay, now, alright, once we engage, okay, once I engage the gears, you start moving. Okay, it's still in gear 1 as you can see. Okay, so it's automatic, so once it reaches the sweet spot, now it changed to gear 2, you see? It's now gear 2, which is around 27 kilometers per hour. Alright, a turn is coming up, so what happened is, I'm going to slow down, I'm going to use engine brake, alright? Use a bit engine braking. So it slowly dropped by itself to gear 1 to a suitable speed. You can use your handbrake or foot brake to reduce the speed, but it drops down by itself, right? So, alright, the handling is actually very smooth, I quite like it. Okay, once it reaches a sweet spot of 20 kilometers per hour, you jump back to gear 2, right? I can override manually by pressing a plus minus button at the bottom here. Alright. Okay, or if not, I can always use the engine brake to let it drop down by itself. Okay, let's go out for a little spin, alright, shall we? To show you how DCT works. Okay. Right. Okay, now it's in gear 2. It won't change up to gear 3 so soon. Okay, maybe I should cover this. Okay, now slowly with engine brake everything, it will go back to, okay, stop. Okay, all clear. Go, check, bright spot. Okay, you see how? Now it changes to third gear. Haven't reaches a sweet spot yet, it won't change up to 4th. Okay, change up to 4th already. Okay, now the junction coming out. Use engine braking and a bit of this front and foot brakes. Okay, it's just slow down by itself, and then just, okay, you just need to apply the brakes to stop it, right? So that is the fun part of DCT. You don't need to worry about clutch, you don't need worry about the gear shifting. Okay, main thing is I want you to see how it switches by itself up to gear 4. Gear 5. Alright, you only switch to gear 6 around probably 80 kilometers per hour. So that's a bit too fast for this stretch. So I think 70 is good enough for me. Can go a bit slower. Okay, I'm just going to do a small loop around this neighborhood, my neighborhood. Alright, to show you how DCT really works. It's gear 5. Okay, I'm going to do a turn. So generally I will use engine brake, but then with this auto I just need to apply brakes, so it just slow down enough by itself. Alright, a little bit more. Good, all clear. Alright. Okay, so generally, just to show you how DCT is functioning. Alright. Okay, generally I'll slow down here just in case. Alright, maintain. Alright, speed it up. DCT Improve. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, see how the DCT auto switches by itself? I don't need to worry. Okay. Haven't reached a sweet spot of 60. When it reaches 60, it'll switch by itself to gear 5, alright? So yeah, that's how DCT works. It mainly uses a few of this what we call key speed, alright, to change up. Okay. Okay, can I switch to lower gear? The answer is yes. I can minus off to gear 1, then drop by itself. There's more engine braking. Or I can always use what we call this manual braking, right? Okay. Alright, so okay, right. Still not very used to this bike yet. In terms of the turning radius, I really need more practice with the U-turn. Generally I go very slow. Okay, the handling is very smooth. Ooh, right, nice. The pickup is actually very smooth. The DCT changes really without me noticing. Okay. Nothing like a full night of riding. We're enjoying it. Okay, slow down by itself, apply the brakes, and voila, it's stopped, right? So once it's stopped, I release the brakes, alright? Nothing will happen, right? It won't roll forward, but in fact it will roll backwards because I'm on the slope, right? So generally that's how DCT works, right? See if I can reach gear 6 here. Almost there, almost there. Yeah, I can change to a 6 around 75, but then you see it drop back down quite quickly. Alright. But right, there's a speed limit for this. I think it's 60 or 70 on this stretch. So yeah, I'm not going to push it, but just to show you that I can go up to gear 6. Alright. Quite smooth. I really love the handling. It's great. generally be prepared to stop at junction, so not throttle. Check for safety. Brake, ease off the brake a little. Alright, okay, right about home. Okay, right. Okay, alright, it's done. Okay. Okay, for those who are wondering, alright, for DCT, the parking, right, you know how we used to do parking for our this manual bike. When I was using my CB400, I would just have to clutch in and then use a bit of this throttle to move my bike forward. Now, yeah, the first thing that when I first got the bike is would this do I have to keep switching from drive to neutral? The answer is no. When you don't throttle, it will not move, alright? So to answer the questions, you know, when I throttle, no, it's actually not moving, right? So as long as you don't touch the throttle, the DCT is unlike a car, you know. The car, when it's in drive mode, it will just move forward, you know, unless it's on the slope. Okay, so you see, it's moving backwards in fact. Okay, unless you throttle it, right? So normally what happened is when I was using the CB400X, you know, I'll have to do a clutch in, disengage the clutch, the gears, sorry. There you go. Okay, in order to off this bike, okay, don't turn it off immediately as Punsu recommended, right? Switch to neutral first. Okay, and then side stand on. And then you can off the engine, right? Yeah, that's about it. Okay.